Alright, we've made it to episode 10 now. It's been a little while. Had that big hour-long debate, so I hope you got a chance to see the hour-long discussion. If not, it's separated into a 6-part series. Definitely check it out. It's worth your time. There's some interesting discussion, a lot of boring video game playing, I promise you. But there was a good debate. Anyways, let's jump right into episode 10. This one is about the game Dante's Inferno. I just finished it on the 360, and it's not a bad game. I'll start off saying that it's not a bad game. It's not the best game I played, it's not the worst game I played. It's definitely a button mashing game. Let's right off the bat say it compares to God of War and the God of War series. Everything is identical to the two. The buttons, even how it's laid out, even though it's on the 360, how it would be on the PlayStation, everything is the same and identical. The upgrades, the soul, everything is the same. What Dante's Inferno is to me is like the little brother of God of War, trying to be like his big brother, but falls short, unfortunately. It is a great game for those people who own the 360 and not a PS3. If you want a taste of what God of War is like, definitely pick up Dante's Inferno. Basically, it follows the story of Dante as he takes his trip through hell, gaining revenge. You meet different characters of history throughout the way. There's people you can resolve or punish. You have the option of being good and bad, basically. Each comes with its own set of upgrades and perks, somewhat like the orbs, or whatever you call them, in the God of War series. Graphically, this does not compare to God of War. Yes, I'm going to do a comparison here because they're almost identical games. Graphically, it does not compare to the game God of War, especially with God of War 3. If you've ever played that, you're taking a step down. If you were to compare it to the first God of War, it might be a little bit higher. The in-game graphics are good. There's two different versions of the cutscene. There's like an in-game cutscene, and then there's the actual like CG cutscene. CG cutscenes are very well done, very well polished. The voicing, acting, and everything is superb. But the in-game cutscenes, they just don't blend. God of War 3 did that. I'll be doing a review on God of War 3 very shortly. And then the God of War series as a whole I'll do a review on. But those are more reviews to come. Also, I'll be talking about soon E3, which was probably going on by the time this video goes up. So I'll have some announcements of that. But by the time my videos on that go up, they'll probably be available to you. But if you didn't know, I'll have an E3 video just to recap what happened at the end of E3. But anyways, graphically, it does not compare to God of War 3. Is it take away from it? No, it's still a button masher, slice and dice, kill everybody that gets in your way, and just throw crosses and punish everyone. That is fantastic. If you want to just massacre hordes of people, this is a game for you. If you're interested in story, brush up on your history first, because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't get. Sorry, I don't know everything, so I can't explain a lot of the history related to it or whatever. I can't explain it because I don't know a lot of that history of the religion and whatnot. But definitely look it up. There's extras in the game that you unlock about the stories about the backstories about the characters and the story of Dante, his life, death, and so on and so forth. So it's very interesting in that aspect. It's, like I said, it's a worth playthrough. It takes about 5 to 6 hours depending on the difficulty, and it's worth a second playthrough to unlock the holy or unholy side depending on what you took the first time through. There's also almost like a horde mode, which has 50 waves of enemies that you make your way through. It's called the Gates of Hell. Basically, you go from room to room, wave to wave, fighting off enemies and just practicing your multipliers and the different relics and perks and blah 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 that you unlocked throughout the course of the story. Story-wise, obviously, like I said, I touched on that. It's a good game if you know your history. If not, it doesn't take away from it. You might learn something from this. Hey, you might learn something from a video game. Look out. So don't tell your parents that, or children, whoever you are. So story-wise, it's very well done. Xbox Live, I guess there's a new expansion pack out for it, available now. I don't know what it's called. I forget, but it's right on your menu. You can access it if you put it in the game. Don't know the price of it, but I guess you set up waves of something St. Lucia, I want to say this. Sorry, I forget. Look it up. But you could set up waves and different missions for your friends or whoever on Xbox Live to go up against. They can rank your levels. Also, you can play co-op multiplayer, which you can fight through hordes and stuff together. There's no story multiplayer, but you can play co-op, horde, Gates of Hell, basically. mode, which is fun. Will this game get older after a while? Probably. It's a button masher. I played through the God of War series 1 or 2 times and haven't played them again. Does that mean they're crappy? No. Does that mean Dante's Inferno is crappy? No. They're fantastic games for a button masher. They're very gory, very violent. So anyone under, not under adult supervision, you probably shouldn't play it. So I'm putting that out there right now. So that's replayability. It's fun. It's if you just want to get out some aggression, had a rough day, pick up this game. If you want to learn a little bit about history and the Lucifer and whatnot and Dante, pick it up for that reason too. If you're one of those people who want to seek revenge on someone who's messed with your family, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, pick it up for that reason. Basically, like I said, it's not a bad game. I give it probably a low B, low 80s, just because the graphics, they're not the greatest I've seen on the 360, especially this late in the system. The buttons are easy to use. Everything's so easy. There's combo systems, and it tells you how to perform all the combos when you unlock them. The ability to unlock things and look forward to things is a nice perk too. So basically, it's a fun game. It's not horrible. This is not for everyone, but it's definitely worth playing. So pick up Dante's Inferno. I don't want to spoil the ending, but who knows if they're gonna make more? Maybe. Don't want to spoil anything, but pick it up, and it's worth a playthrough. If you got 5 or 6 hours, sitting around have to do nothing, pick it up. Also, rent or buy, that's going to be my final thing on these games now. I give it a grade, and I'm going to give it a rent or buy, or ignore altogether. This one's definitely rent, just because of how short it is, and the replayability is low, just because of the 5 or 6 hours. I just don't see myself or anyone picking this up, again 3 months down the road and playing through it again, and then 3 months later playing through it again. So it's not worth $60. I paid 24 at tops, so it's definitely rent, which is less than 10 at most places now. Like I said, I say most, some are ridiculous now to rent games, but Gamefly, hey, get some Gamefly. Go Gamefly, sponsor me. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Pick up Dante's Inferno. It's, it's a good piece of art. Basically, games are art form, expression of art. Pick it up, it's a fun game, and look out for my new videos coming up. Thank you for watching episode 10, and stay tuned for my next one. Will probably be, who knows. I just picked up Green Day Rock Band, so I might be doing that, and I also might be doing the E3 coverage before, so stay tuned for episode 11. It's going to be, could be anything. Who knows? Could be Barbie, whatever. But thank you again for, sticking with me this long through 10 episodes now, and a 1 hour-long special. Subscribe, tell your friends, post on Facebook, post everywhere. Just, help me market this thing, and we'll see where this goes. You guys could be helping making something happen. So thank you very much again, and stay tuned. Box News.